What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Joey365 with another episode of Real African Stars. Uh, we got a great show for you today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think about our stream. We got a lot to cover. Yeah, I know I've been lacking on the content a little bit, but I plan on doing better. You already know how that goes. So, yeah. With no further ado, you already know we're gonna get straight into it. We ain't gonna waste your time. Before we get into it though, let me tell everybody that make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you follow us also on TikTok as well. It's Real African Stars on TikTok, Real Joey365 on Instagram, as well as Real African Stars on Instagram. But we have a Facebook page too. We're trying to get that up and running. But yeah, you should follow us on that platform as well. Yeah, with no further ado, let's get straight to it. I don't like wasting your time. I want to get straight into the content. That's what you came here for, and that's what you're going to get. This first topic, we got the issue of dealing with dealing with Nigerian girls and money, man. It's always a thing dealing with these girls. Everything is about money. You got to buy them this, buy them back, do this, do that, do this. But in this particular instance, we have a girl who turned the guy the wrong way, who turned the guy off by asking for money. We're going to listen to the story and give our feedback. With no further ado, let's get into it. Let's listen to what she has to say and give our feedback. All right.
Nigerian girls, I beg. Muna, stop to embarrass me, I beg. See, a friend of mine just reached out to me right now. It was like, Julie, between blocking a girl and ignoring her completely, which one is the best way of discharging her? I couldn't say, what's happened? Why you want discharge, babe? He was now telling me about how him and this girl met online. They've been chatting, and he found out that him and the girl are not in the same city, but they are both in Nigeria. So he told the girl that anytime he's in a city, he's going to see her. So, but before then, he used to drop some small change like, take this for baby girl, take this for baby girl. You understand, that kind of small things. So when he came to her city, she was so happy to see him. She went to meet him, and obviously they spent some time together, yeah? So, but while they were spending time together, there was a time she said she was hungry. So the guy told her to order food. She ordered food, and the food came out to be 7K. The guy tried to pay, but his card declined. So he told the girl to pay for it, but he would give her the money later. Tell me why, when they finished staying with each other, maybe he's staying in a city, he wanted to go back. So he gave the girl $200. That is $200 notes. He gave it to her, and then she left. Only for her to test him back, to tell him that that he has forgotten to give her that 7K that he promised to return to her for the food that she paid for. My friend was angry that why would she still be asking for 7K even after I gave her $200? My dears, I'm talking to you. My guy is in between blocking or restricting her. Just like that, that relationship now don't go because of 7K. I don't understand. Please, can't you just take the 7K from inside the $200? I was even trying to do women supporting women. I was like, maybe she have not been able to change the dollar. My friend can't swear for me. Is it me that ate the rice? Is it me that asked for, why is my friend of 8 years can't they swear for me because of another girl? Now the verse me. Very soon I go say guy when they talk to know they will call her back. If you're looking for one of the reasons why a guy that you were talking to that was crazy about you stopped talking to you, this is one of the reasons. One of the embarrassed person. 7K out of $200 no go kill you now. I don't collect it because of money one no chop.
Yep, there you have it. That's the story. Make sure you follow this creator, by the way. Her name is Julie Cassie. I'll tag her as well on the post. But yeah, that just goes to show what a lot of guys go through when we're dealing with Nigerian girls. I hate to say this. I love Nigerian girls, by the way. But sometimes the attitude is it's one of a kind. But especially in this situation, you can see that the guy was just totally turned off by the asking of money. That's a turn off to most guys. I'm giving you more than you spent 7K I give you $200. That should well cover the food as well as your time spending with the guy. But it just goes to show not a lot of people are grateful, and obviously she must be hungry. That's she must be hungry if this is what she's doing after meeting up with a guy. But yeah, a lot of guys that type of behavior would definitely turn us off, and um, news will spread that that's the type of person you are, and a lot of guys are put off by that those kind of actions, and I don't blame him one bit. But she's saying he's not gonna go back. He'll probably go back just to smash, but he wouldn't take her serious. But yeah, that is nasty behavior, man. And hopefully that guy learned his lesson. A lot of Nigerian guys are generous. They're generous with their money. They give. And I guess girls are just entitled at this point. Um, but that was a good little topic. Thank you, Cassie, for sharing that story. We really appreciate it. All right. Let's go into this. I think I have. Let's see what story I have here next. Another situation. We have a young lady saying that. Actually, you know what? This is. I think she's a popular YouTuber. Her name is. What is her name? I forgot her name. She's pretty popular online. Oh, Jessica Wu. I believe her name is Jessica Wu or something like that. But she's she's pretty popular on the internet, on YouTube, in the YouTube space, and she gives a lot of women advice and things like that. But in this case, she's she's saying men are boring to date because we just do the same thing. Let's listen to what she had to say, and we'll give our feedback, man. Let's give our feedback. Let's go to the video and we will give our feedback. Let's play it.
And that you want. The truth is, a lot of you guys are boring. Say hookah, Hennessy, lem chops. You have no conversation. You're not exciting. You don't plan an actual experience. Hookah, Hennessy, lem chops. Nou pa gen passport. You don't want to travel nowhere. You don't want to try different food. Say lem chops. Lem chops, mashed potato, hookah, Hennessy. Always the same thing. It's no adventure with y'all. If you are a man in the dating pool right now, ask yourself, are you an experience? We want an experience this year. Experience.
Yeah. That was Jessica Wu, man. Shout out to her, man. She made good content. You can see her information there. Go ahead and follow her if you can. Yeah, but she's not wrong at the same time. I think this one is this video is mainly directed at the guys that she's meeting, obviously in the club, because that's where you're gonna get hookah, Hennessy, and lamb chops. So if you live in the Houston area, you already know, man. That's how we get down. But yeah. I guess due to the dating, most girls want to go out. That's why guys take you to lamb chops, take you to. She wants trips. She obviously wants trips. She wants to go somewhere, something different. But that's obviously that's for somebody you're dating seriously. From the video she's referring to, or from this video, I think she's referring to guys that she meet in the club. Yeah, guys are gonna show you a good time because that's what most women say they want. They want guys to take them out, show them a good time. But obviously, she wants more. She wants a vacation. Maybe she want to go on dates too. I think that's reserved for girls that men are taking seriously. But if they're not taking you seriously, they're gonna do the lamb chops. They're gonna do all that. So it is what it is. So if that's all the guy wants to do, now you know where you and him stand. So. Yeah. Thank you, Jessica, for dropping that gem on us. That was quite informative. Thank you, Jessica. Glad to know that's how y'all feel. This next topic was very, very troubling. I guess they're in this clip. Some young guys are basically they're playing a game. Guys and girls playing a game. I guess the video is about we listen and we don't judge, and a lot of women reveal how many abortions they've had. I think that's quite troubling. But don't listen to me. Don't let me tell you. Let's go ahead and watch and see what they had to say. Woo! This was tough to listen to, man. But let's listen.
We listen, we don't
judge.
Thank you. I like to be a dominatrix.
We listen, but we don't judge.
I had 2 abortions this year. We
Listen, but we don't judge.
FTK, I'm with you.
I mean, we listen, but we don't.
You can tell right there. I understand the concept of the game. We don't judge, but come on now. 2 abortions this year, and we're in January. We're in February. We are in February. How you've already had 2 abortions? Maybe I'll just give her credit and say, okay, maybe it was last year, 2024. But that's crazy. That's not even crazy part. But let's keep watching the rest of the video, man.
Judge.
Don't judge.
You got it. Let it out.
I wasn't even thinking. I was kind of judging in my mind, but I wasn't. Nah, I wasn't judging.
Fight.
I done ate before. That's cool. We listen, but we don't judge.
I sometimes fantasize like size fantasies where they have like the mailman come and you can't get this payment done, so yeah, I will be the type to use my pretty privilege for that.
We listen, and we don't judge.
Okay, you better clock that.
I had like 8 abortions in total.
We listen, but we don't judge.
Listen, but we don't judge.
8 abortions this year? Girl, what the That's a pussy time, baby. You need to. Oh, child.
Don't judge. 8 though?
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but the internet's judging, man. How do you go? She looks like a pretty young girl too, man. How have you had 8 abortions though, so young? Oh man, and that's the crazy part. And later on in life, when she settles down and want to have a family, and she's struggling to have a child, they. Well, this new generation, man. Like, this is one problem a lot of guys have with a lot of people, not guys, a lot of people, because we're not allowed to comment on women's bodies, but yeah, a lot of people have a problem with because they believe that abortion is used as a contraceptive. Like they don't use protection. They wait till the last minute to perform these abortions, which the further you go along, the more life-threatening these abortions could get. You could lose your life on that table. I don't think a lot of people think about that before they make those decisions, but I understand you don't want to be a struggling mom going through life with a kid, but at the same time, at the detriment to your life. And man, that's tough, man. Just for the advice I could give young people is just as a condom is what, $30 at the store, man. You could save a lot of money that way instead of putting yourself through you could have STDs. You could pick up anything out here, man. A lot of people are just wilding out. 8 abortions is crazy, man. That's nasty work. But we listen and we don't judge. Yeah. But the internet will judge you. Yeah. This next story falls right in line with the same topic we're talking about. It says this HIV positive man reveals he was diagnosed 7 years ago and has slept with at least 1,000 women unprotected. Man, dating out here it's become the wild, wild west. But let's go to the video and we listen. We don't judge. We judging him. 1,000. Come on, G. You tripping? But let's listen to the video and give our input on the back end. You know what? Let's do it this way. Let's see if this one works better. This view works better. Does it? Does it work better? Let's play the video, man. Let's just play the video and I'm trying to get the best view here. All right, here we go.
you actually have HIV?
7 years.
7 years you were having sex unprotected.
Yeah.
If you had to count how many people you had sex with during this period, can you give a number?
The total number of ladies I've had sex with can be 1,000, to be honest. But in that 7 years period, I could say more than 400. Because it was so cheap, I used to just have sex with just anybody. There was a time I went to Obalende, and I saw all the girls, all of them knew me, and I've had sex with all of them. I wasn't gaining pleasure from protected sex anymore. Always proposing if I could pay more.
How much were you paying these women?
Then it was 700 naira.
700 naira to
yes.
have sex with them?
Yes, and then 300 naira to rent the room, because it's always like a box.
So total of 1,000 naira?
Yeah, and then if I wanted to have sex without condoms, what I do is offer to pay them more, and it's like 200 naira, or then buy them malt. So like
malt, like maltina?
Like malt, yes. And I started going to different church. I started with Family Worship Center. I climbed the altar, and then I said I had HIV. Before I left home that particular evening, I made up to like 50,000 naira. Everybody was just calling me, hey, take this. It became very lucrative. Then I stopped going to the church, so I now went to House on the Rock.
You posted that you wanted to commit suicide, yes. And Gossip Mill said they like your energy.
They like my energy concerning this post, that if I want a repost, I should pay them 50K.
So you actually need money to die?
I was shocked. I didn't know.
At what point did you realize that you actually have HIV?
Man, that's dangerous, boy. That's crazy. And it's sad because a lot of people in Nigeria are in the desperate state, so they're willing to do anything for money. That's mainly why everybody wants to leave Nigeria, right? Because of the current state of the economy. So the economy will force you to do things like this, go into prostitution. So a lot of girls fall victim to guys like this that are just, and some of the girls themselves already carry the disease. So it's crazy, man. Like we just got to do better as a society. Men, I don't even know what to say about this guy. That's dangerous. The fact that he's even coming out and saying it, and a lot of people are going to have mixed feelings about this, because that's having HIV and knowing it and knowingly spreading it. That's crazy. But like I said in the last post, get you a box of condoms to protect yourself. That's that's the only advice I can really give. As you can see, the rate of STDs, transmitted diseases that's out here is crazy, man. To not be protected, that's nasty. But we definitely judging. We'll listen. We will judge. This next episode, this next video that I'm gonna share is about I'm pretty sure people have seen the Baddies series that you see on Zeus. Apparently they're coming to Africa, and they're gonna try to have a Baddies Africa. So far, I don't see the point of having girls get on a show, argue, just to fight each other. That's mainly what this reality TV show is about, is people fighting. I don't see any other point of it. But apparently that they're having an episode, they're having a season in Africa. I think they're going to Nigeria. I don't recall, but I believe so. So they're having auditions for Baddies Africa. So I'm gonna share a clip from the audition, and we'll move from there. Let's see how that looks, and yeah, let's get into it. This is just these are the people trying out for Baddies Africa. We're gonna take a look at the clip, and I have a video as well as a woman going in on the series, because it doesn't make sense. Like you have a reality show where everything is just fighting. But let's watch how many people want to audition for this Baddies Africa, and we'll give our feedback. Let's play the video. Yo. All I see is a lot of blonde hair, blonde wigs, you already know there's gonna be fights. You see them with blonde wig, red wigs. And from what I hear, it's women of all ages, women in their 30s, 40s that want to be on this show. Like, why are you in your 30s wanting to get on a show with teenagers and fight? Like, I don't get it. Like, y'all, some of y'all are just a little bit too. You should be too mature for that, but you would think. But we do live in America where nothing is out of reach. But I don't see the benefit. I don't see the benefit of the show. I don't see the benefit of bringing it to Africa. Most Africans are gonna look at this and be like, "What the hell is this? And why you even bring it? Why are you associating this with our culture?" But we do have Africans that embrace some silly shit like this. So there's always the few that will join and want to be a part of this nonsense. But it just goes to show the state of what am I trying to say? How desperate some people are in this world, man. But in this one, I believe we have a young lady that goes in on some of these ladies and their choices that they make. Let's play the video and see what she had to say about baddies.
Let me tell y'all about Natalie weird ass and them weird ass baddie bitches. Fuck all you bitches. All you bitches lame as fuck on my mama. And if any of you bitches want to do something, we can do it. Cause y'all bitches lame as fuck. And y'all some motherfucking Natalie minion ass bitches. Y'all hoes, y'all the reason why a bitch done got pistol whipped outside in the motherfucking parking lot. Because y'all in there telling bitches they ain't getting no ticket if they don't hit a bitch they don't even know or know nothing about in the motherfucking mouth. A bitch done hit a bitch in the mouth, and the bitch she hit was somebody motherfucking mama. And the motherfucking mama in the family was waiting on the bitch out, was waiting on the girl outside. She come outside, these bitches done fucking jumped on this lady. The mama done pistol whipped this lady in the face. All because Natalie long chin ass telling bitches to fight. You goofy ass bitches. It's bitches out here that really got shit going on for real. Y'all bitches, bitch, what it look like? We talk about we own group hoes and we girls got movements, but you want us to smack a bitch we never seen in our life, y'all dumbass hoes. That's y'all dumbass hoes. Y'all hoes dumb as fuck and y'all hoes lame as fuck. Because y'all really don't want no baddies. Y'all want bullies. Y'all need to name that shit bullies on Zeus. Take that baddie shit off because y'all hoes not baddies.
Well said by the young lady. A lot of profanity in that video, but she was absolutely right, man. They get you get the way you get on to the show is you basically got to go fight a stranger for no reason, no absolute reason. Just get into a fight with a stranger, and then you get a pass into the house to go to baddies. Like, what kind of nonsense is that, man? Don't bring that shit to Africa. We don't want to see that shit. But you do, like I said, we will have some people entertaining the bullshit, like always, on both sides. African Americans, people will participate in the nonsense. So this young lady's, you can see she's real passionate about what she said. I totally agree with her. You see, we have women out here doing positive things, and we want to bring this nonsense, and we want to highlight women who aren't doing anything productive. Shout out to the women out there who are actually owning businesses and just moving forward in life, you know. Shout out to y'all, man. You know. Hopefully in 2025 we can eradicate this BS, man, off of Zeus. I'm surprised they haven't gotten sued yet. That's the one thing I'm surprised. The Zeus network haven't been sued yet. That's the only thing I'm surprised about. But other than that, yeah. It's real disgusting behavior, and we definitely don't support that. Let's look here. Yeah, this goes along. I'll pass this one up. Not much here. Yeah, but let's talk about it. You know what? This is a video of girls telling us the life of a 304 in Nigeria. Let's see what she has to say and give our commentary. Hold on, man. My damn neighbors are wild. Hold on. Sorry about that, people. Oh, sorry about that, people. Just too much noise coming from outside. All right. Sorry about that. I had to close the window. But yeah. Where did I leave off? Yeah. Life of a 304, Nigeria style. Let's get into it. Let's see what the young lady had to say and give our feedback, man.
Nigerian 304. So today I'm basically going to be traveling to another state to see a first-time client. Well, I just met this client online like 3 a.m. this morning, and he's like I should come and visit him in his state already. I'm like, baby girl, ASAP, we move. So I had an appointment the previous night. I had to stop by to get some few things that I needed, especially this avocado I needed for this my sandwich. So I basically had to keep it simple on my outfit though. I just wore a leggings, a black polo, and like my bucket hat. So when I basically got to the States and met the client, we just vibed, like we were like, you know, like it was our first date, but it was like on money level. So we vibed, we had a good time. He smokes too, so he put that D on me like no one else did for a while. So when I got to the hotel, it was like a nice vibe, and he gave me my cash. It was basically a one-day trip. I had to come back the next day. So this is the sunset on my way back. It was a nice view. If you like, follow for more. Bye.
All right, that was Life of a 304 in Nigeria. Yeah, so to me, I just wonder, this lifestyle of being a 304, this is basically she's basically a prostitute, right? Going to meet a guy in another state or within her state. I didn't really pay attention to much what she said. But she's basically documenting her experience. Like, for example, like the previous story we covered about being protected. Hopefully these girls are staying protected. Just like the guys mentioned in the HIV video, he said that for a certain amount, they will pay you to have sex without a condom. Hopefully this young lady is protecting herself, and because that life, it seems like it's going to be a short one if you continue on that path, you know, with guys like that around, you know. Yeah. That's quite interesting. Yeah, let's segue on to the next story here. We have a story of a UK Secretary of Digital, Culture and Media being, I believe his name is Oliver Dowden, being questioned as to why Nigeria must share Benin bronze. Basically, in the 1800s, was it the 1800s? Yeah, late 1800s, the British invaded the city of Benin and took their bronze statues, and haven't returned it ever since. They put it in. They have these statues in museums and things like that. So this Mr. Dowden is questioned on why he should return. He was questioned on why he should return these bronze, why he hasn't returned these bronze medals to the rightful owners of Benin. And we're gonna listen to what he had to say and why he hasn't returned these statues. And let's listen and learn. And let's play the video.
Spoke to the Culture Secretary, Oliver Dowden, and I began by asking him whether he thought the stolen Benin Bronzes should be owned by Nigeria.
Well, I think that they properly reside in the British Museum. Now, that doesn't mean to say that we shouldn't work with the government in Nigeria to see how we can share it with them.
Forgive me, and I understand sharing, but they were stolen. Do you not think that they should be owned by the people that they were stolen from in the first place?
Well, I think that the problem with this, and of course, if we go back to things that happened in the 19th century and judge them by our values of today, it's completely unacceptable. But my concern about this is, where do you actually draw the line with this? The collections of our great national institutions have been developed over many, many centuries, in many times in questionable circumstances. I think the question now is about what we do with these. I love the Benin Bronzes. I've seen them many times throughout my life, and I think them being in the British Museum, which is a world repository of heritage, allows people to see it. But look, that doesn't stop us from sharing it.
Okay, but ownership is key, right?
Yeah.
And the Nigerians say that when they get them back, they would almost certainly be happy to loan them back to you. But the fundamental problem is that they were stolen from the Nigerians and they want to own them.
I completely accept that they were acquired at a time of rampant colonial expansion in Africa, in circumstances that I'm not in any way going to sort of defend or condemn with the values of the 21st century. I think, though, the more important question is how we ensure that the world can enjoy this marvellous heritage.
A letter will soon be sent, mandated under international law by the Nigerian government, to the British Museum, formally requesting return. You and I know that would also require laws, the Heritage Act and the British Museum Act, to be revoked or at least amended. Is that a realistic prospect?
No, we have no plans for doing that.
Earlier I spoke.
Like, imagine going to somebody's land, stealing their property. Now, later on, you want your property back. They're telling you, no, you can't have it because we want the world to see it. And it belongs here in the British Museum. Is that where you stole it from? Like, are you the audacity, man, like the audacity of these people. And they have no culture of their own. They steal everything from everyone, and you don't think that you have to. You don't think that no accountability should be held on your part to return, at least for the damages you've done to the culture, the damages you've done to the country. Like, what are we talking about here? It doesn't belong to you. Return it to the proper owners, who are the Benin people. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's just the audacity for me. Like, and the thing is, we don't have politicians who are actually trying to force the British government to relinquish these artifacts. Like, this is crazy. And the thing is, we just go about it like, oh, it's normal. Like, nah, return it back to the rightful owners. But these people, they're thieves. Let's just call it what it is. They're thieves, and their culture is stolen. Everything is stolen. It's not yours. Return it to the rightful owner. And it's just disgusting to see this guy just with the audacity, just so nonchalant about it. No, they belong here in the British Museum. Like, what? The F out of here, man. Don't piss me off today, bro. Don't do it. That's crazy to me, man. You have the audacity. No, it belongs here in the British Museum. Like, what? Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, man. This next one is Shira 7. This video is about Shira 7, and she gives women advice when they get caught cheating. she's entertaining. She's an entertaining woman. She's pretty popular on YouTube. Shira 7. She's basically the opposite of Kevin Samuels for women. She tells women everything they want to hear, and they eat it up. I'm not saying, okay, I'll take that back. She doesn't tell women everything that they want to hear. She gives women gold digger advice, how to properly gold dig. That is basically what her channel is about. If you want to hear more about gold digging and how to progress in that whatever, go ahead and follow her. Her name's Shira 7. You can find her on YouTube. But let's see what she had to say, to what advice she has for women when they get caught cheating. Let's hear. You already know Shira is not going to be good, but let's go ahead and watch and see what Shira had to say.
Always denied. Always say, oh, we just went to dinner. Or I never got to that. They will always believe that before they believe you cheated. So never tell them. Never, never, never. What if your man tries to test you? Then he's insecure. You know what I'm saying? And a woman will be able to tell if a man is trying to test her because she's way smarter and has intuition. So they already know. They can tell the inflections in his voice are different when he's trying to test you or ask a question, or when something is set up and it's too good to be true. Women know this. They're like, this is a test. Like, I would know it. I would know it for sure. You know what I'm saying? How to test a man. Ask him for something. Say you get ready to move out of town. If you can't get a certain amount of money, then you'll have to leave and move out of state. If he really, really likes you, he don't want you to move. He gonna give you what you need to stay. It's like make up a false story. Right. That's real loyalty, okay? So that's real loyalty. When they reach into that bank account and they put all that money on you, that's real loyalty.
All right, as you can see, just from this snippet, what type of advice women are receiving from Shira, but it just goes to show a lot of, when you meet a lot of girls and they're trying to gaslight you into doing something, like they'll say, they're about to cut off my light bill or something like that. They're basically indirectly asking for money. But in this situation, I believe we're talking about cheating, and she's basically saying, deny, deny, deny. Never, ever, ever tell the truth. But you can tell once you're caught that. If I got the text messages, how much can you really deny? Like, what are we talking about here? If I got the text messages, first of all, I wouldn't even confront you and ask you, hey, are you cheating on me? No, I ain't gonna do that. I'll pack my bags and leave. I already seen the evidence. Like, what are we talking about here? You're not a trustworthy person, and we'll just leave it at that. I'm not here to convince you otherwise. Oh, why did you cheat on me? Nah, you just look foolish at the end of the day. Just get your shit and go. It's just that simple. Obviously, Shira's not giving advice to some of the best people out here. If you're in a relationship like that where you feel that you got to lie to the guy, just know that once he do find out that you're lying, that'll be the end of that. Well, if he respects himself, most guys don't respect themselves, and it's just sad to watch when a guy doesn't respect himself. For example, I think this next video basically sums it up. It says the woman friend zones her best friend because he's not her type. This is just, this reminds me of a situation where most guys will just be your friend just because they think one day they'll be able to get with you or have sex with you. A lot of guys linger around and they remain in the friend zone thinking that one day they'll have a shot at having sex with you. That's mainly why guys stay in the friend zone. I don't know any guy, well, I do know guys who are generally friends with women, but most of the time, not a lot of guys just want to be best friends with women. It's just, it's not reality, but you do see a lot of it. Those are the guys who eventually that think one day they have a crack at you. You'll see those guys do desperate things like buy you food, take you out, do all sorts of nonsense. But let's go ahead. I'm not saying all guys who do this are looking for sex, but majority, let's just be real, majority of the guys are there waiting for the day you slip up. But let's go ahead and listen to this guy, and he's basically trying to shoot a shot at his best friend. Let's watch the video and give a feedback at the end. Let's watch the clip, and here we go.
I'm not mad that I'm not your type. I'm mad that you won't step out of your comfort zone for somebody that genuinely cares for you.
I don't want to.
Why?
You're like a brother to me.
Okay.
You're just like a brother.
Look. Georgia is right next to Alabama. Like, it's so close.
I get it. And you're a sweet guy, but I feel like you deserve someone,
Wait. Okay, so you're pretty, you have nice eyelashes, you're always considerate, you're nice, you talk to me genuinely, even though I'm weird and step out of my comfort zone a lot of the time.
We are complete opposites. I like to go partying, you like to stay in the house and go to bed.
Why would I want to go to
You like to go to Comic-Cons and you like to look at anime. I'm not that type of girl.
You don't have to be.
I'm sorry, but I'm just not. You should find somebody that genuinely likes you for you. I don't understand.
Okay, well, what about content-wise? We both make content. We both making skits. We both come here, let me hold this. You always doing stuff, man. Like what? Hope you can hold it. I'm just I don't want to.
Oh man, it's hard to watch, man. Some guys just throw themselves at the ground. What the heck? You just basically making yourself. You're begging. That's not respectable. Girls ain't gonna respect you because you beg, nigga. Nah, they respect authority, man. They don't respect simps. That's simp behavior, bro. You over here begging for her relationship. First of all, you gotta let them initiate the relationship talk, not you. You just sound foolish. If a girl's not interested in you, if she's interested in you, she'll let you know. She obviously ain't interested in you, bro. But you can't tell some of these guys anything. These are the kind of guys that spending money doing various BS, spending money on trips, just thinking that, oh, maybe one day I'll get a crack at it. Nah, she gonna use your money. She gonna move on to the guy she really likes. This is what it is. You can't force somebody to like you, bro. But we have a lot of people who don't understand that concept, that think that, hey, maybe one day I can convince her to like me if I do this, if I act like this. Nah, she just don't see you in that manner. And she clearly, you're in the friend zone for a reason. But I digress. Oh man, the question is, this next video, man, the question is Valentine's Day only for women? Valentine's Day, is it for men or women, or is it for both? This young lady feels that Valentine's Day should only be for the ladies. I would love to, let's watch the video and see what she had to say, and if we believe that or not. Let's listen and do judge. We're going to judge. We always going to judge. But let's play the clip, and we'll give our feedback on the other end. Play the clip. Let's see what she had to say about Valentine's Day.
When did Valentine's Day become a day for men? Now, hear me out when I say this, because I know y'all like to tussle. But I'm just saying, when I was growing up, in my era, Valentine's Day was not for no man. I wish the fuck we would try to buy something for a man. It was going to be a problem. And I ain't saying that something's wrong with it, because to each his own. If you feel like your man deserves a gift for Valentine's Day, then so be it. Do as you please. But what I'm saying is, Valentine's Day didn't used to be for no man. It was for women only.
All right. She said her piece. Now I'm going to say mine. You can tell what type of girl this is. This is the kind of girl to give you nothing. Or if she does get you something, she's gonna get you some boxers or some BS that you don't even want to use, or you didn't even ask for. This is the type of chick that'll do that. She'll give you a lot of nothing, give you a lot of lip service. If you say, "Hey man, what about my present?" She'll be like, "Boy, you sassy for asking for a Valentine's Day present." Like, come on now. Like, you're celebrating love. It's a day of love. It's for somebody that you love. It's a day for someone that you love. So why wouldn't you want to show that person how much you love them and how much you want to be with them? But this is the problem with today's dating world. Like, most people think that everything they should be able to receive and give nothing. They want to receive and give nothing. No value, no nothing. So beware of these type of people, man. If you dating a girl and she talking about, I don't have to give you nothing for Valentine's Day, that'll be the end of that relationship. I swear to God. Like, we're reciprocal. Everything's reciprocal around here, man. If I'm doing for you and you ain't doing nothing to show that you care about me, that'll be the end of it. That's the last time I'll do something for you. But a lot of, I'll say this, a lot of women have an entitled mentality. Like, oh, I don't have to do anything for him. He's going to be there. You know what I mean? But if you stay in that relationship, you a sucker. I'm just saying it is what it is. You a sucker if you stay in that type of situation. But yeah. That's how I feel about that. Let's move on to the next story here. Let me send it let me get send it to my screen. Let's see here. The next story we have here. All right, in America, Donald Trump is in office, and he's coming out with a lot of different executive orders. This lady, I think one of the executive orders or mandate that he's trying to push is ending the current divorce, the divorce split in marriages today. Like, for example, if a man has $3 million and he decides to marry a woman who has nothing, this is a majority of cases. If she has nothing and they go ahead and go through the marriage process, decide to divorce based on whatever reason, she can take half of his wealth and move on to the next man. So I think this has been problematic in America because a lot of men feel like marriage is, it doesn't make sense because it's just a wealth grab for a lot of women. A lot of women will date you because they know you have money, and when they're leaving the marriage, they can take half of your wealth. So what a lot of guys are doing right now to avoid that situation is just not getting married. A lot of wealthy guys rather just have baby mamas instead of just getting married. Because you see a lot of people get into marriages for non-genuine reasons. So guys are pulling back. But let's hear what this young lady had to say about divorce, 50-50 divorce split in America today. And let's listen to what she had to say and give our feedback afterwards, even though I just already did it. Let's play the video clip and let's get into it.
Donald Trump is going to change the divorce law in the United States, and here's what he had to say about it. No more 50% split. He says, just because you marry a rich man doesn't mean you have to end up with half his wealth and become rich after the divorce. According to Donald Trump, he says that divorce has become a very lucrative business for women in the United States, and that he is going to put an end to it. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this. So, do you agree that what you walk into a marriage with is what you should walk out of the marriage with? Drop me your comments. Don't forget to hit that like and follow. And this is going to be a juicy one. I can't wait to get to that comment section.
Yeah, I think I've already expressed my opinion. Yeah, divorces is basically a money grab for most women in relationship because it's mostly those dynamics that you see in majority of divorces. You'll see. I'm not saying it doesn't happen the other way, but it's quite rare that you'll see a man file for divorce. But they do. Men file for divorce too, and majority of the time you don't see wealthy women marrying broke men. It doesn't really happen. They tend to find men on their level to marry. But it does happen. But taking half of what you didn't earn is nasty work, man. It's nasty work. I believe that divorce it definitely needs an overhaul, in my opinion, because it doesn't make sense. I've acquired businesses and everything. Now you'll come in picture and get married and take half of my business because I was in love. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But you can tell when what am I trying to say? In most cases, right? The women are the ones filing for divorce. That's just statistics, and I believe that's like 80% of the time. So and most of the time, women are the ones pushing a man into marriage in the first place. Not a lot of guys be like, "Hey, man, let's go get married." You do see some of that, but in most cases, it's not gonna be the case. A lot of guys tend to not push the marriage thing because we're not groomed to just think about marriage. We do think about family, but we tend to hold back on the marriage till we get pressured by women. But yeah, it's definitely an epidemic here in America, man. So just protect your assets and watch who you get in relationships with. These a lot of people. We have a lot of what is it called? Predators out there looking to basically take everything that they can get in a relationship. But that's why you have to have discernment and understand the people that you date and what they're in that relationship for. They'll give you signs. If you're in a relationship with a woman and she's saying, "Hey, let's go get married," and you know you're a wealthy man, like, come on now. You better make sure that woman is vetted, well vetted, tested. Even better yet, make sure you get a prenup. Even though some people say prenups get thrown out, do that. Do everything possible. Transfer your wealth to somebody else. I see soccer players doing this. This has been a common trend for African soccer players to put their wealth in their mother's names just to avoid situations like this. But it is what it is, man. Just they need to change it to at least, okay, whatever you come with, you leave with, or whatever you guys accumulated within the marriage, you can leave with half of that, but not the other way around, where you just coming in here leeching off the man and just taking his wealth. And yeah, that definitely got to end. Shout out to the people who's gonna make that happen, but definitely something needs to change in the divorce laws in America. So yeah, enough of that. So this next video, a lady talks about, let's see here. A lady talks about the whole agenda in movies. Is there a whole agenda in movies? I didn't know that. No. Let's listen to what she had to say, and let's try to break down her talking points. Let's see what she had to say. Let me see if I can get a better view here. That's a difficult video to. All right, I think I got a better view here. Let's play the video clip and give our feedback. Oh man, they're having trouble playing the video. Let me refresh. Let me see if I can refresh that video. All right, that's definitely not the video I'm looking for here. Let's go ahead and remove that. We have the story coming out of Nigeria. We have a man here. We have a hotel owner sexually molestation of a 16-year-old boy in Ijebu, Lagos. So let's listen to, this is nasty work. Oh man. Stories that come out of Nigeria are crazy, but this happens everywhere in the world. But let's watch this story and give our feedback.
That I slept with a boy of 16 years. Yes. It was what they told me to, if I start begging, everything will go easy for me. The officers.
At any point, did you at any point or no give 5,000 naira to them?
Yes, I gave money because it's not only him that I have given money in life.
Why did you give him money?
Why I gave him money? Yes. I gave him money for swimming and for internet games.
Okay, is that how you give boys?
No, he asked
me. Is that how
me.
you give boys? You are so
No,
great
no.
or that charity. You dash people money. Now we've gone to your place. Why didn't you give us money to swim?
Because
is that how you give money?
no, it's not how I give money actually. But he begged me to do that because he needed to swim, and you have to pay before swimming.
Okay. The case against you is not just one. He has yes. There are so many other
But
boys. Even today, so many other people.
so I want to tell you something. There is competition. I want to tell you something, that competitors in hotel business and the people, the hoteliers around me, want me to go down by all means because I have taken most of the customers.
Still, have you ever had any form of sexual?
No, sodomy.
Yes.
It's the same thing, sexual.
No. Yes, I never did, unless if the judge convict me.
Oh man, it's troubling, man. You like the problem in Nigeria is the lack of of wealth. You can see it right there. He's bribing these young boys to be able to swim in this hotel pool just to have sex with them. And obviously, you can tell that these boys have. He hasn't done this to just one person. He's done this to a number of boys. Apparently, this must be the guy that exposed him. That's just unfortunate, man. A lot of legislation needs to go on in that country to discipline people who do things who do things to harm children, especially in situations like this. I'm glad this happens to girls a lot too. A lot of girls fall victim to men with money. They'll use their money and influence to convince these girls to sleep with them and things like that. And it's just troubling, man. A lot of man. Just hope the children of the future, man, children of the future, not succumb to BS like this. Not much we can really say about this. It's just troubling. I just wanted to share this story because it's the stories that do come out of Nigeria are crazy. But I'm not saying this doesn't happen everywhere else in the world. But oh man, protect your kids, man. If you have kids, know their whereabouts, know what they're doing, because this is nasty and disgusting behavior on the part of this man who obviously has power. So I guess power is having a pool in the hotel, but I digress, man. Oh man, I don't want to talk about that. Oh, this next story, we have a woman. She gives her testimony about. She gives a testimony about her what she's going through at a later age in life. We all think that she basically shares that we all think that later on in life we'll all be established and don't have to work and do all that stuff. She has a different perspective as to what it is to be an older woman in this economy and trying to make it. Let's listen to what she had to say, listen, and give our feedback.
Tell you, I don't know if anybody else think like this, but listen to this here. A lot of people, they say they think when they get older, they're going to be settling down and things going to be wonderful. They're going to be peaceful. But let me tell y'all this here. This must be a new day, because guess what, y'all? People my age are still trying to make it. They still trying to figure out how they're going to make ends meet. A lot of people still got their own homes, but they got to worry about the taxes. Some older people, they got to worry about how they're going to pay their utility bills. Some of their those Social Security checks ain't enough. And a lot of times people, when they think that when I get older, when I get Social Security, when I be able to do it, you better get yourself together now for when you get older. Because people think that when they get old, y'all just don't have no idea. The young people don't have no idea. They think that when they get older, they're going to be settling down. And look, I know people that people still, I know a woman right now, y'all, in her 70s, still trying to find love. Still trying to find somebody to say, baby, I love you. In her 70s, y'all. That's why I said, I can't do all that, y'all. I can't be worried about finding somebody that love me at my age, y'all. No. That's why I be saying, y'all, you got to get your life together now for when you get older. Figure out some kind of plan, y'all, that y'all can do when you get older, that you won't have to go through a lot of struggles that a lot of older people are going through. You know when I know this.
Man, she ain't lied not one bit, man. A lot of us, a lot of younger people think that they have time. We have time to do what we want, party, travel. When you get older in life, life sets in. Like once you get older, you don't have time to run around and do the things that you were doing when you were younger. All right. Life sets in. You get tired of going to clubs. You get tired of going outside. You can tell that most of these women that she was talking about don't have a partner. I think she's mainly talking to people without partners. Somebody. And the thing that troubles me is that you'll see most of these dating shows and you'll see that women will dismiss a man just because of the shoes he's wearing, the way he's dressed. All that don't matter when you get in your 50s and 60s and you can't move the same way you used to move. Like, you ain't gonna be looking at a man's shoes and say, "Oh, you can't. I can't date you. You got on Jordans. I can't." Nah. And I don't think that. I think a lot of people really believe that when they get later in age, that they'll be established. They'll be this rich person. The work, you have to do the work now. Like the lady said, you gotta put in that work earlier on in life, so you don't have to worry about struggling later on. I think just social media has really destroyed the mindset of the youth, and they really think that we are all gonna live this lavish life at a later stage in life. Nah, we got to put in the work now. You got to do the work now. You got to grind. You got to find your partner now. You got to find your partner now than later, because the later both men and women, the later we get, the less strength we have to go out and try to find somebody. It's hard. Like with the longer you wait, the harder it gets. That's basically what she's basically saying. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Shout out to that older lady. I believe her name is C Taylor on TikTok. Shout out to you, ma'am. Thank you for dropping that gem for us. And yeah, I think the youth, a lot of people need to hear something like that, because we all think when I get in my 50s, I'm going to be this bad auntie or this cool looking fly uncle or something. But nah, man, all that fly stuff go out the window when you struggling to pay your bills. All that fly shit is out the window when you're struggling to make ends meet. And I don't think people understand the way the economy is going. Things are getting more expensive. Life is just getting harder in general. And I think most people think that they just gonna sail through the world with no issues, no nothing. Nah, that's not how it's gonna work. This economy will challenge you, but it is what it is. Let's move on to the next one. I think I got quite a few stories here to cover, man. But we're gonna get through it. You know. This next story, we have a young lady, a dancer, who shares her experience about what it is to work in today's clubs. When I say dancer, we're talking about stripper. So we have a stripper that gives her account of what she goes through as a dancer. I know this dancing world, this OnlyFans world is advertised to women like it's something cool to do, but we have real not encounters, but real testimony from this lady who lives the lifestyle, and she's going to give a breakdown of what the lifestyle is like. Let's do that. All right, let's play the video. Let's see what she had to say and give our feedback.
The girlies who want to be a dancer so fucking bad, don't do it. This is not your sign. Any video you see, this is not your sign. You know how rare it is to get a club that's like consistent like that? It's very hard. It's not very easy. I worked and I only made $4. 2 girls out of all the girls I worked in made over 100 today. Like, I took off my clothes today for $4. Do you really think that's worth it? No! Don't say this is my sign. It's not. I promise. Stay to your office 9-to-5 job. You guarantee money. Me not.
This is not the happiest money count because a customer came on me today. You heard me right. You heard me right. Literally, maybe like 30, 40 minutes into me getting on the floor, I see a customer, nobody's sitting with him, and I go up to him and everything's cool. We have a cute little quick talk, and then I ask him if we want to get a dance. He says yes, so we go upstairs. Two songs in, I'm dancing for the second song, and I'm like, you feel yourself up, so I was feeling my ass, like, what the, it was wet. I was like, I turn around, look at him, I'm like, are you wet right now? He was like, yeah. Did you just come me? He was like, I'm so sorry, you were doing so good. Like, what the is wrong with you? You don't just do that. So I was like, no, you need to give me more money for that, and I'm stopping this dance. And I was like, how much did you bring? He was like, well, I didn't bring that much, but I was like, okay, well, give me 200. He's like, no, I need that. I didn't bring that much. And I was like, I saw how much you pulled out for, like, to get the wristband. You have to get a wristband to go upstairs. So, like, I know he was fine. So I was like, give me 200 or I'm going to tell my manager. He was like, no, I don't want any problems. I was like, okay, give me 200. So he pulled out 200, gave it.
I think that we get the gist of the story here. Let's roll back. But that just goes to, I'm glad this lady shared that story. A lot of girls don't really get to hear what really goes on in strip club life or culture. They just see what's advertised on social media, and that's like I said the last video. Social media is a problem in this society. Everybody thinks everybody wants fast money. Stripper lifestyle, OnlyFans lifestyle, this is all fast money, and there's repercussions to that. And I don't think a lot of people weigh in what the repercussions might be. They just go into the lifestyle and then they learn that it's not as lucrative. It's not everything that glitters ain't gold. I don't know what the end goal is to become a stripper. I think it's glamorized. I got my tongue tied a little bit, but yeah, that lifestyle is definitely glamorized in hip hop circles, man. Like the hip hop girl he's talking about, yeah, they hype up stripping, OnlyFans, they do it all, and it's all for now. But they never think about the future, what their life is gonna be like, how the world is gonna perceive them, how the world is gonna accept them. You know, they don't really think about that aspect of the game. You know what I mean? But just like everything that's free, it comes at a cost. You know, you might be a stripper and get $2,000 one night and think that's how your night's gonna be every night. No, that's not the case. You know, the devil the devil will trick you into thinking, oh man, I'm doing good, but you know, the lifestyle is not sustainable, man, because there's when younger girls come into the game and you're gonna be the old woman in the club looking, Lord, just protect these young girls. If you know anybody out there that's thinking about going into this lifestyle, it's not as sexy as it looks, or how these strippers and stuff make it look online. They don't tell you the kind of, like this young lady shared her experience. I'm pretty sure there's other women out there that have way more worse experience than this. And I'm glad she was able to share it and just let young girls know that this is not something that you want to be doing. This is not something that's, this is not the lifestyle you want to go into, basically. Just to sum it up, it's going to be harder for you to find somebody that likes you for you living this lifestyle. So good luck, man. It's a wild world out there. Oh man, this is just like this next story I'm going to cover here is basically talks about the side effects of Ozempic. And a lot of people don't talk about the side effects. A lot of people want to lose weight. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to go to the gym. There's always the easy way out. But this guy basically breaks down the positives and negatives about Ozempic. Let's listen and see what he has to say.
6 pounds of fat a person was losing on these drugs, they were losing 4 pounds of fat-free mass or lean mass. So 40% of the weight they were losing on these drugs is coming from lean mass, like including muscle and bone. So there are now case reports of young, healthy women who are overweight, who go on the drug for some period of time, and after they get diagnosed with osteoporosis, where they have eroded their bone health, they're losing lean mass. When you take enough of that drug, that you just have no more hunger because of how it's acting at your brain, you do just stop eating. And the malnutrition, at least in part, is going to cause a loss of lean mass. There was a paper recently published with the use of these drugs, finding that people, when they begin the drug, their risk of suicidal thoughts doubles. It goes up by over 100%. And their risk of major depression triples. So as much as we talk about these drugs and we say the drug helps you control your cravings, what it's doing is perhaps reducing your craving for everything. That while you're eating less food, which is resulting in the weight loss, you also are not interested as much in exercise as you used to be, which is going to make it even easier for you to lose your muscle and bone. You're also less interested in hobbies like going to play pickleball with your friends or going out and drinking with the boys.
Man, I'm glad that guy was able to share that, because not a lot of people think about the side effects of these drugs that they take. They just want what they want. They just want to be, I understand everybody wants to be in shape, but I think doing it the natural way, losing weight the natural way is the best way to go. I'm on my weight loss journey. I'm not a big guy anymore. I used to be fat. As you can see, I'm a little bit lean. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, a lot of people don't think about the side effects. Like you mentioned, you'll lose bone density, meaning that you, it's just not healthy in general. Just try your best to fast, exercise, eat. I fast. The way I go about losing body fat, it's hard. It's hard, and I understand most people don't want to do things that's hard. There's no shortcut to life. There's no shortcut. I don't understand it. They talk about Ozempic being the shortcut and things like that, but there's consequences to that as well, as you can see from this story. I just hope a lot of people will research and do their research before going and taking medications like this and putting all those chemicals in your body for absolutely no reason. But it's tough. It's tough out here. Shout out to the people who are doing it the natural way, man. Yeah, there's no shortcut to life, man. There's no shortcut to life. This next story, we have a young lady here that decides to eat at a restaurant, and she's surprised that everyone in the restaurant eating are women. There aren't no men eating in the restaurant. There aren't men on dates. There aren't men. Let's watch the story. Let's see what she had to say, and we can give our feedback at the end.
I'm having dinner with my girl, and I want y'all to just notice something. There's women, all eating there. Women, all eating there. Women. And let's not forget right there too, because they're everywhere. Oh my God. I don't normally go out, but when I do, I go out with my girls, and I'm seeing something, a trend. Girls are all going out with their girlfriends. There's not like one date in there.
Well, I wonder why that is. A lot of women, a lot of women have raised their dating standards. That's what you're seeing. This is the result of raised dating standards. They said that they don't want no coffee dates. They mentioned that they only want to go to high-end restaurants. It's just a lot. Guys are just put off by just the demands of what it takes to make a woman happy on a first date or a date in general. You got to spend a certain amount of money, or you're considered broke. If he doesn't want to go out to eat at certain restaurants, he's broke. If he doesn't want to go to Applebee's, he's broke. Like, men are just, you can see a lot of men pull back from the dating world. A lot of men don't want to date. A lot of men are going overseas, traveling, and finding women in other countries because they complain about dating in America. And it's just, like I said, we're going to bring back social media. The expectation for men on social media it's ridiculous. It's up here. You know what I mean? Even for just the mediocre women, they want the best of the best. I can't fault you. Can want the best, but do you qualify to get the best? Is my thing. You know, you can ask for this, but do you qualify for what you're asking for? So you get situations like this where you have this young lady complaining that, oh, I'm surprised our men aren't out here dating. I'm not surprised. She's surprised. I'm not. But it is what it is, man. Guys have just pulled back and said that they're done. A lot of guys have said that they're done. But it is what it is, man. Let's go ahead and watch this next. Let's go ahead and listen and don't judge. Let's see here. What other stories do we have here? All right. I definitely want to cover that. Give me a second here. I think we can scrap this one. Let me see. Bear with me, fellas, or gentlemen and gentlewomen. Bear with me. I think I can remove that one. And I think I can remove that one. All right, we have a lady right here. She says the fastest way to make women dislike you is by telling her the truth. The fact that men are not, it's not a man saying this. It's a good thing that a man is not the one saying this, because it's true. Let's listen to what she had to say. Give our feedback.
When you are honest and faithful in your relationship, your reward will always be a disappointment. Do you know why? Because women hate the truth. Yes, that is it. They don't like the truth. If you want your woman to hate you that bad, keep telling her the truth. She will even leave you. Keep your truth to yourself. Men.
Oh man, that's hard. You've seen this. This is why a lot of you see a lot of women switch friends, because when they get friends that are actually real with them, they'll call that woman a hater, or they'll make up something just so they don't have to hold themselves accountable to that truth. I've seen this a lot. A lot of people, they say they want the truth, but they don't really want the truth. They want you to agree with whatever they're saying, and they don't want no feedback so they can do better and improve on themselves. This is all about self-improvement. A lot of people don't want to change. They'll complain. You'll get a lot of complaints about different things, but you'll have those friends where you're actually being realistic with some friends, and they'll get mad at you for telling them the truth. This can. I don't want to say this. I think this can happen to men as well. You have a lot of people who aren't realistic. They'll call you a hater. I think the men will call you a hater. Be like, oh, you just hating. You know what I mean? But this can go both ways. I know she said ladies, but this can go both ways as well. So you'll have a lot of men who do this as well. But you do have a lot of men that are willing to self-reflect. But it's hard. It's hard for a woman to self-reflect from my experience. And she's telling you right now. Obviously, it's from her experience as well. So it just goes to show that both men and women can be problematic when it comes to holding themselves accountable, unfortunately. All right. I think we have a few more stories here to cover. I believe this one, a lady calls into a financial advice show asking for advice, and let's listen to what she had to say and get a feedback from her. Let's watch the video and
show.
How y'all?
We are doing great. How are you?
In some shit. I'm happy to talk to you guys because my husband and I have no clue what the fuck we are doing. We throw money around like we are at a strip club. Right now we are over $1 million in debt.
Whoa! What's it in?
Yeah.
What's the debt in?
Well, we bought a car for each day of the week, and we have a $500,000 house that we put 3% down on.
Oh my gosh. Wait, you can't just cruise past that. You gotta tell us more.
Yeah, the F-150, that is our Monday work vehicle. We have a couple SUVs for getting groceries. The Porsche is my baby, though that is the weekend car. But yeah, total we have 7 vehicles between the two of us, just in case 6 of them end up in the shop the same week. We have a backup.
Like, what type of lifestyle are you living that you need 6 cars? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what? Oh man, this is why it's hard when you're. It's hard trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's what the saying. That's how the saying goes. Everybody's trying to compete with their friends. Oh, my friend got this. Let me go get it too. Like, you have, like, one thing about human beings, like, most people don't live within their means. Like, once they get a raise, they want something new. Once they get a new job, they think that they got to live the lifestyle of that profession or something like that. Like, no, like, just, man, I just want to know what you need 6 cars for, or 7 cars. What are you doing with 7 cars? There's only 2 of you. You can only drive 1. What are you doing with 7 cars? You have a $500,000 house. All right, that's cool. But you have a Porsche. You have a car for every day of the week. Like, what kind of nonsense is that? You're just financially irresponsible. And you married a man that's also financially responsible because he wasn't able to step up and tell you, hey, we don't need that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give advice to men, man. If you're with a woman and she got you spending this, buying that, and you know it's bullshit and you don't say nothing, you deserve everything you get. And vice versa for women. If you're with a man and he's just spending lavishly with no decorum, with no, what am I gonna say, decorum? With no, what's the word I'm looking for here? Basically, if you're with a man and he's spending too much, just like you're with the wrong person. If you're not that type of person, oh man, this is why it's good to have somebody that can check you of your bullshit. Like, because if you're making this certain amount and you're spending well above your means, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we gonna look like in the future? You're $1 million in debt. That's crazy. That is crazy. I wish we would have got more information on their age, what they do for a living. I think that would have helped understand why some of these purchases were made. But at the same time, it still doesn't make sense. We're not millionaires. But this is what happens when we live in America and we live in a credit system that allows you to do that, because America will let you dig your own grave financially. They'll give you credit cards, line of credit, all sorts of BS to dig your own grave. And a lot of people do that, unfortunately. But yeah. We listen and we don't judge. That's the motto for 2025. We listen and we don't judge. We definitely judging you, bro. You and your wife. We're judging y'all. Let's go to this story here. I wanted to cover this one, especially this one. We have a young girl in college, and she says she's tired. She's just tired of school in general. She's tired of college. She's just tired, and she's ready to make a change. And the change is quitting school and opening an OnlyFans account. Let's listen to what she had to say and why she wants to open an OnlyFans account. Let's play the video, and we will give our feedback. And let's play it.
That's the reality of it. It's like literally Friday. I'm in my senior year now. I have literally 4 months left. I just started a week ago, and I had a whole breakdown because I was like, I cannot do this no more. Like, especially when I'm coming to the end of this, I really sat down and I was like, what do I want this degree for? What do I need this degree for? What will this degree do for me? And when I get out of college, will I even use this shit? No, it's kind of unhealthy because I started the school year off. Freshman year, 140. You want to guess how much right now? 111. And I was right here. And this is all just stress from being in school and like that being the only thing in my life. It was so hard the first day of school because the only thing you're doing is introducing yourself. And I would cry in my car and cry when I come home every day that week because I didn't know what to put. I just had to keep lying because I don't have any interests. I don't have any hobbies. I don't have any dreams, no wants. I don't have any goals in life because I don't have a life. My life was going to school, being a good daughter. See, the thing is, I'm also a friend. I'm one friend. And that one friend is my roommate, who is also an OnlyFans model. And, it's fine when somebody else's child does it, but when your child does it, absolutely not. This is why I didn't tell her about literally anything I'm about to do. Because I can just see the reactions, right? My brother is going to be like, you're done for quitting when you're almost done. My sister's going to try to find some compromise because she's always on my side. And then you got my mom who's going to bite my head off. And then you got my stepdad who's just going to be like, no. I have been on this path for so long. And I just finally looked down and I realized, oh my God, I'm standing on somebody else's road right now. I've been on this long ass journey for what feels like a quarter of my life, more than half of my life, without no real destination in sight, and just going along with literally anybody who puts in front of me, and I'm not okay with that no more.
I think we've heard enough. Just like I've stated in the past videos, you have a young lady here who is obviously influenced by her roommate. Her roommate has an OnlyFans account. Imagine you seeing your roommate. I'm pretty sure her roommate is pretty attractive and she sees the money that this roommate is making. But at to what cost, man? Like, you have a family, you have a support system. A lot of people don't have that. I'm pretty sure she understands her friend's family situation. But for her, she has a stepdad, she has a mom, she has sisters, she has brothers who would tell her that this is a bad idea to quit school and become an OnlyFans model. I think the main problem is, like I said, social media. A lot of girls, they glamorize this lifestyle and telling other girls that, hey, this is what I'm doing. And a lot of girls say, oh, wow, I don't have to go to work. All I have to do is show my feet, show my butt or something, and I'll make money. Yeah, the lifestyle is just promoted to younger women, and you see a lot of them fall victim to this. And that's unfortunate because that's like that's a guy's worst nightmare, to see their daughter but half naked on the internet. A lot of men don't want to see that. That is not where they want to see their child. They want to see their child in school, progressing, have a lucrative business or something, not OnlyFans. That's like, or a stripper, or a prostitute. Like, those are like oh, that's like a man's worst nightmare, man. Having a child that goes into those kind of lifestyles. And it's unfortunate for that young lady. She sounded like somebody smart. She sounded very smart. She seemed to be doing well in school, or she didn't mention that, but if she's still in school and almost graduated, I'm pretty sure she's progressing somewhat. But it's just sad to see that that's what's going on in her life, and that's the decision that she decides to make. But hopefully she finds what she's looking for, and I don't think OnlyFans is gonna take her where she want to go. But right now, it might be a solution to your problems now, short-term problems. But long-term, I think it's gonna be. I think long-term, she's gonna regret those actions if she does go through with it. But it's sad. It's sad that that's what people are inspiring to these days. But yeah. You already know, man. I have one more story to share, and that'll be it. We can't go out without a Pop the Balloon episode. But let's watch this Pop the Balloon and give our feedback. Let's see how this goes, and we will play the video.
I have to bring someone who has at least has a degree. So,
oh, I'm okay.
Yeah. For my daddy's sake, sorry.
My daddy said.
Oh, okay. Let me start that from the beginning.
Say you're 26. You're a photographer. Did you attend university?
No, please.
Wow.
Why do you pop your balloon?
My daddy always says I have to bring someone who has at least has a degree. So too.
Oh, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Yeah, for my daddy's sake, sorry.
My daddy says you have to bring someone who has completed university, at least
At
the university.
least degree he should have.
What if you like the guy, are so much into the guy, and he didn't go to university?
Oh, I need daddy's blessing.
Yeah, daddy's girl.
Yes.
Daddy's girl. But bro, would you like to tell them why he didn't go to university? I would like to keep it personal for now. Okay.
I respect that.
Okay, I'm okay.
Man, that's sad. He's not wrong and she's not wrong. Her dad told her, bring a man home that has a degree. In Africa, we're taught that, hey, if a man has a degree, he has a bright future. But when the jobs are lacking, you have a bunch of people who are well educated in Nigeria. I believe this is Ghana. We have a bunch of people who are well educated in Nigeria, and they're struggling to find work with those degrees. But he actually has a skill, which is a photographer. He can actually make money doing photography, and it's not I guess to an African, it's not the sexiest job in the world, but in Africa, I believe it will pay the bills. But to bring a man home and tell your dad that he's a photographer, he's into photography. Yes, your dad is gonna look at you like you're crazy, but at the same time, he'll understand that, okay, he's gonna question the man. Does this man have a future outside of photography? What is his future plans besides photography? But as you can see, he's 26 years old. He's still young. He still has a lot to figure out. I'm pretty sure he has a plan. It's just unfortunate that most women won't give a guy that's actually trying, that actually has somewhat of a future, we don't know, but a chance. He doesn't have a degree. He said he doesn't want to share why he doesn't have a degree. It's probably financial most of the time. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that a lot of people will pass up on a good guy. I'm not saying he's good. I don't know the man, but he looks like he has his head on straight. He's doing something, but women won't give that type of guy a chance because it doesn't look sexy to her friends and family. You see this situation play out too many times in the African community, but it is what it is. But we listen and we don't judge. Yeah. Let's give a shout out to the show, man. Man, that about wraps it up for this show, man. We had lots of great topics. We covered a lot, and I enjoyed myself covering these stories. I actually enjoyed myself this episode, but make sure you tune in on our next episode. I'm gonna try to get more. I'm trying to get like a time slot where I'm gonna be online and recording more, but I don't really, my schedule is pretty busy, so I try to find time outside of my busy schedule to do this. But I really enjoyed podcasting, talk about stories like this. Just support me if you like if you like the show. Give me a like, give me a subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like again, follow me on Instagram at RealJoey365, as well as at Real African Stars on YouTube, as well as on TikTok. With no further ado, we're out of here, man. I'm out, and I'll see you on the next episode.